Hi, everybody. My name is Philip Foti, and I'm the founder and president of Gigzy. I actually own several companies, Tavis.com, and it's a nationwide executive search and staffing company, Renova Digital, which is a lead generation and digital marketing company, and Gigzy, which is a social recruiting and digital marketing for talent acquisition firm. So you can find me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/Philip Foti, Philip, F like Frank, OTI. I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn as well. So I'm just going to do an abbreviated presentation about our core product at Gigzy, which is our social recruiting automation system. Okay, so let's get right into it. And at the end, I'm going to actually demo under the hood of how this actually works. So welcome to Gigzy. Gigzy will help you leverage your company's recruiting through LinkedIn social recruiting automation and digital media. We know that recruiting is more competitive than ever. In today's digital era, you need a strategy that puts your brand everywhere they are. This means using high-impact automated communications to drive highly qualified candidates at an increased volume. With Gigzy, this doesn't have to be as daunting as it seems. So if you're tired of relying solely on your recruiters to drive ongoing and sustainable passive candidate flow, or if you're tired of rummaging through unqualified applicants from job boards, or if you want to build a massive talent network of on-spot candidates for your recs on LinkedIn, but don't have the time to build it manually, then you might want to take a look at this. Gigzy's suite of digital recruitment services automate critical yet mostly neglected social recruitment and digital funnel marketing that most internal recruiters lack the time and the tools to deploy on their own, let alone the skill set. Let's face it, your best hire probably isn't the market. Now I'm going to go past this because this really just says that, look, we all know if you're in talent acquisition, you know that passive candidates represent 70% of the market, and LinkedIn is the #1 big data tool where many of these or most of these passive candidates reside. There are other resources as well, but LinkedIn is the 900-pound gorilla. And so that great database, that big data database that we call LinkedIn is available, but simply stating, most recruiters, most companies don't have the time to source on LinkedIn and to spend hours and hours and hours a day, every day, disciplined and consistent per month to make the connection requests and manage the messaging and volume. Our system does all of that for you, okay? So we all know that we want those passive candidates, but most internal talent acquisition teams or small companies with maybe 1 or 2 HR folks in the entire department, they just don't have the time to source on LinkedIn. It's extremely complex and time consuming, and you just don't have the time. We see a lot of our clients on the staffing side. I mean, they've got 30, 40, 50 recs per internal recruiter that they're working. It's just, it's unbelievable. How can you possibly source on LinkedIn when you have 50 job recs? Okay, it's just hard with 1 or 2 job recs to source on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very time consuming. So our software automates that, and we provide this as a service. We manage it all for you. So what's the greatest challenge facing talent acquisition in the digital era? No time to deploy digital marketing in terms of talent acquisition, okay? We want to get right to the meat and potatoes of what our automation is about. It's designed to empower your recruiters to make better use of their day. When you take advantage of part or all of our state-of-the-art toolkit, you get more time to focus on finding that diamond in the rough candidate and less time getting stuck in the weeds. So our recruiting automation pillars are LinkedIn social recruiting, what we call SRA, social recruiting automation, social media and digital advertising. Believe it or not, yes, we are generating lots of candidates through Instagram, Facebook campaigns, and Google AdWords campaigns. So we can drive candidates to your positions as well doing that. We have a lot of expertise with that. We can conduct email marketing to candidates on your behalf. We have tools that can access personal email addresses for candidates in LinkedIn and all kinds of really cool stuff. Some of the stuff you could do on your own, but it's extremely time consuming and most people don't know how to write copy correctly. And this is the area that we can help you with as well. Okay. So what is LinkedIn social recruiting automation? Well, recruiters need time off. Gigzy doesn't. It isn't a bad thing. It's just what it is. Humans get sick. They need PTO, they need time to enjoy the holidays. But Gigzy social and digital recruitment automation software doesn't get sick or celebrate the holidays. It just works 24/7 Okay, LinkedIn automation isn't about taking the human touch out of digital recruiting. In fact, it supercharges it by allowing your recruiters the ability to remove manual, time-consuming, and often mundane processes that used to be necessary to get in front of the right candidates. Our system allows you, very importantly, to put many of these efforts on autopilot, such as sending up to 3,000 customized connection messages on LinkedIn to candidates per month per recruiter, per profile, per LinkedIn profile. So we automate all the personalized follow-up messages as well. If you visualize this as drip email, but automating through LinkedIn, that's what we do. And we can pack your pipeline full of passive candidates. And, you know, honestly, it's going to cut your, if you spend agency money, I've owned a very successful executive search firm for 27 years. And this is one of our core tools and our tools that we use to recruit. So, you know, you could pay us a $25,000 fee, or you can pay us a fraction of that, and let this technology that we've developed and our services help you do this yourself, but on an automated basis. So we also, I want to cover this very briefly, we also do social media and digital advertising. We do email marketing, and we have unparalleled data access. We can pull any amount of contacts out of Hoovers or Lead 401 or other data repositories as well if you want to do campaigns. Usually we need to do an intake and brainstorm and come up with a strategy and see where your gaps are and try to fill those in. Now, most importantly, let's look at our core pillar, LinkedIn social recruiting automation, and how this works. Now, stay tuned, because at the end, I'm actually going to show you how it works under the hood. So this is our core modality. So what is social recruiting automation? Well, it's our core modality for recruitment enhancement, and it's through social recruiting automation. This key acquisition channel enables us to plug and prospect candidates behind the scenes of your recruiter's LinkedIn account. Your recruiter no longer has to play a dual role as marketer and sourcer. With our system in place, your team won't need to worry about having the expertise or time to deploy comprehensive social recruiting campaigns. Let us recruit your candidates on their behalf. Our system methodically ensures that all candidates in your talent universe will all be reached and engaged continuously and professionally, keeping your employer brand very solid. So let's put your recruiting on auto drive now and expand their reach and candidate acquisition 100-fold. Best of all, Gigzy makes it affordable for any size company. When you automate social recruiting with Gigzy, when you're on vacation, relax. Your digital recruiting machine is running. Rest up on the weekends. Enjoy yourself. Your digital recruitment machine is running. There will be candidates in your recruiter's inbox on Monday morning. Recruiters call in sick. Relax. Your digital recruiting machine will be running. Don't stress out. Slow down at the holidays. No worries. Digital recruiting never stops, 24/7, 365 days a year. So how does it work? Well, I'm not getting into too much detail on this, but basically what we do is we optimize your recruiter's LinkedIn profile, and then we load up our software. We do a search through LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We don't use Recruiter because Sales Navigator is a much more powerful and robust tool. It's very similar, same search capabilities and the same reach. It's just a different tool, and we find it to be much more robust in terms of developing third-party applications around. So we optimize your recruiter's profile. We create lead magnets potentially. You might have employee recommendations or a narrative about your company. We can maybe you have a video about your working at your company. If not, we can help create that. Okay, it's additional money for that, but we can help create that. Three, we use advanced metrics and analytics, and we manage and optimize your connector campaigns through LinkedIn throughout the life of the campaign. Our software has the ability to invite and drip message over 3,000 new candidates per month per recruiter. Candidates will then connect with your reps or bot on LinkedIn, and if they respond to the initial call to action, the dialogue will then begin. And if they connect but don't respond, our social recruiting software will drip unlimited emails staggered from 15 minutes for up to 2 years. So once prospects connect, we can also automate messages directly to their in-mail for free for most any type of recruiting event, job, or opening. So let's say if you're having a recruiting event, or let's say you had a job rec that just came out, and you have, through our software, we've put, let's say you're looking for Java developers, okay? And over the last few months, we've helped connect you to 1,000 Java developers through our software. They're now part of that LinkedIn profile's first level connections. Now, we can then turn our software and flip it around and make it send messages to those candidates in their in-mail, and that doesn't cost you anything, notifying them of an opportunity. So you have a couple options. You could manually do this yourself, which is humanly impossible, or you can let us build a massive talent pipeline for your company. So it will limit your need for expensive internal recruiter salaries. It will limit your need for your executive search spend. I mean, I hate to say that, I don't executive search firm, but it certainly will cut your recruiter spend down significantly, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to skip past the process, and we will, if you're interested, we can send you this full presentation so you can look at the timeline. But this is the pricing. So the pricing we give in terms of our setup fees, we estimate $1,500, but it could be as little as $0. This is just a general guideline. If you need us to create content or a video about your organization, or something that we called before a lead magnet or a candidate lead magnet or content, that kind of is a buffer to give you an idea. But if you don't want that, you don't need that, okay? So what it includes is per seat, we will plug and play either behind your recruiter account, or we could create a bot for LinkedIn, an avatar, or we can create just about anything through LinkedIn. And then what we will do is we will optimize the LinkedIn profile. We will write the copy, and then our software will send up to 3,000 prospect introductions per month. So each seat is $900, and additional seats are only $600. Comparatively to if you were to hire a full-time internal recruiter or a contract recruiter, this is a fraction of the price, right? To help build a massive, massive internal talent pipeline through LinkedIn that you will always have as an asset to your organization. So again, if you want to learn more about this, just get in touch with me, phil.foti@gigzy.com. My phone number is 512-284-1593. Let Gigzy drive a more predictable passive candidate funnel and unshackle your recruiters to close more requisitions. Now, let's do a quick peek inside of our Link software, proprietary to our company. So this is Maria's account, and what we do is basically we'll use Sales Navigator, and we'll do a very sophisticated search. So just for demo purposes, we've done a very simple search in a 10-mile radius of 55416 using the word developer in title, company headcount 1150. Okay, we have 750 results. Now let's say we want to define, we want to see Java. Now we're down to 219 results. So just as an example, our software, we will then take the URL of the software, we'll paste it into our software. Our application will then access the API of LinkedIn and pull this data into our software. Okay, we'll pull Anand's record and Pavan's record and Raghaba's and Maji's. So all of our candidates will go into our database. Our database then will actually send customized connection requests to every single one of these candidates in this list. Here's what it looks like. Let me give an example. Recently, well, we've already got some fresh leads here. Let me go to Maria's account. And so recently, Maria did we're working behind her profile. She did, you can see all the positions she's got. She's looking for, just recently, the most recent campaign was a DevOps engineer in Boston. She acquired about 19 candidates entirely through automation. So you'll see how this works, right? So if we look at her stats, we had 926 sendouts, and there's some of the hardest, it's the hardest territory, like Boston's one of the top IT markets, and DevOps are so hard, it's just a brutal war for talent there. We had 157 candidates connected. We had 24 reply. 19 of those were submittable candidates to our clients, okay? Very, very powerful. But even more powerful is we have 157 people connected. Now, understand, we're a search firm, so candidates aren't as excited to connect with executive search consultants as they are perhaps an internal recruiter, right? They want to stay connected with companies directly. They don't want recruiters calling them all the time. We get it, we understand. So you will definitely see higher connection rates if you're representing a corporation yourself. So the really cool thing is that if we want to repurpose the campaign, then we could just redo our search, take out all the 157 that connected, and then retarget the balance of the 926. And we can continue and continue throughout the year to add these people until you've got a massive pipeline of candidates in your industry. So what we do basically is we write these connection messages in our link software. We'll put a nice little, hey, we're looking for a DevOps engineer in Boston, some remote, or it can just be as simple as, hey, we'd love to connect. Our company's looking for blah, 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 blah. You know, it's right in our wheelhouse, or you don't have to have any connection message. We've tested this out. Sometimes no message works better, believe it or not. We have a welcome message. We have a message one. We can send at any time intermission, or we could send as many as 20 to 30 follow-up messages over a 2-year period. So it's really amazing what we can do with the software. So what happens is, all that you really need to know about this is that our software does all the background work. We help you develop the campaigns. We help you target the candidates. And our software will pull all these candidates from the network into the system, and it will automatically connect and automatically message candidates that connect with us through LinkedIn. And that's how we drive it. Now, all you have to worry about is going into your LinkedIn profile and going to your messages. And in your messages, you're going to see all the results of what we're doing behind the scenes and driving connections and follow-ups and requests. And then you're just going to, your recruiters will log into your LinkedIn account and just engage with candidates right through the messenger section. And that's how it works. So I know I moved pretty quickly through this. We had a lot of material to cover. If you're interested in taking a look at it, we always have really cool deals. This year, we're expanding massively, but without sacrificing quality. And we're giving some really great specials for new clients to help us develop and build our company. We appreciate it, and we'd love to work with you. Thank you so much.